it was on the 7th of December, and we found this out from Tulsi Gabbard, 7th of December, that the DNI, that Clapper tells Obama, no, there was no monkeying with the elections. The Russians did not interfere. 2 days later, they have a giant meeting in the White House to discuss how they're going to pull off this Russia collusion hoax. That was on the 9th. 5 days later, at the White House press podium, President Obama says this about the necessity that we trust the FBI and the CIA.
When you're talking about cybersecurity, a lot of it is classified, and we're not going to provide it because the way we catch folks is by knowing certain things about them that they may not want us to know. And if we're going to monitor this stuff effectively going forward, we don't want them to know that we know. So this is one of those situations where unless the American people genuinely think that the professionals in the CIA, the FBI, our entire intelligence infrastructure, many of whom, by the way, served in previous administrations and who are Republicans, are less trustworthy than the Russians, then people should pay attention to what our intelligence agencies say.
What we were watching was Obama lie and prepare the case against Trump in real time. If you think that the Russians are more trustworthy than you hear how halting his speech is? He is weighing each and every word, meticulously crafting, weaving together a lie based on everything that was happening behind closed doors in that very moment. Despicable. Adam Schiff, who now himself is facing allegations of mortgage fraud, which, by the way, are heating up quite nicely. Get into that in a moment. Schiff here's outlining the collusion. This is a supercut from 2017 to 2018. That's how long that this persisted. Trust me, the evidence is there.
All you have right now is a circumstantial case.
Actually, no, Chuck. I can tell you that the case is more than that, and I can't go into the particulars, but there is more than circumstantial evidence now. So, again, I think...
So you have seen direct evidence of collusion?
I don't want to go into specifics, but I will say that there is evidence that is not circumstantial and is very much worthy of investigations. So they can call it a fishing expedition, they can call it a witch hunt, it's all an aligned message with the White House, but nonetheless, real evidence is coming forward that just can't be ignored.
So we do know a lot more. I think the claims that there was no evidence of collusion have long since fallen away. The question now is, what is the quantum of proof here?
Christopher Steele may have found out, even before our own intelligence agencies, that the Russians were in fact aiming to help Donald Trump in the election. That has now been borne out by ample evidence.
I think you see the most palpable evidence of a collusion in terms of violating the Logan Act.
Look, I don't think you can seriously argue that the Russians weren't trying to help Trump and hurt Clinton, as well as sow discord in the United States. The evidence is quite overwhelming on this. It was the early conclusion of the intelligence community, but that's only been furthered by all of the evidence we've seen in our investigation. And
put out a statement and a report basically saying that they found no evidence of collusion between the Trump team and the Russian government. Have Democrats found any evidence of collusion?
Yes, we have.
Can you agree that there has been no evidence of collusion, coordination, or conspiracy that has been presented thus far between the Trump campaign and Russia?
No, I don't agree with that at all. I think there's plenty of evidence of collusion or conspiracy in plain sight.
Look at that. In 2017, a year and a half after they knew the Steele dossier was an absolute load of animal poo-poo, Schiff is everywhere talking about how this is good intel, and is confirming Trump's various connections to Russia. If this was just a political smear job, but there were hundreds of people that got prosecuted whose lives were turned upside down, and a term in office that we sent Trump to Washington to clean up the Obama mess, and the Obama people basically sabotaged what we, the people, wanted to have happen. Here's Nancy Pelosi in 2017 in July at a House of Representatives press conference.
This week, we saw cold, hard evidence of the Trump campaign, indeed the Trump family, eagerly intending to collude possibly with Russia, a hostile foreign power, to influence American elections. In the month, again, as we celebrate the courage of our founders, Republicans in Congress have become enablers of the Trump-Russia assault on our democracy. After these latest revelations, it's becoming clear we have suffered a desecration of our democracy not seen since Watergate. Speaker Ryan must allow a vote on an outside independent commission to get to the bottom of the Trump campaign's role in Russia's assault on our democracy and prevent Putin from ever doing it again, immediately. Outside independent commission. It's not just about what happened in the past, it's to prevent it from happening again.
These people are absolute, complete, deranged criminals. I'd arrest all of them